I want to exist in nonfiction, and I feel like I do. Now, what does that mean? Um, for me, it's kind of the counterbalance to when people are saying that they are living in their truth. Now, you can live in your truth as far as if you understand that that is an opinion, that that is not for all people. But if you are saying you're living in your truth, but it's an event or a sequence that other people have lived with you, then it can't necessarily be just one person's truth. And if there is something else that has happened where other people say, no, that's not what happened, then your truth is just your opinion or interpretation, and it is open to be challenged and disproven to be an actual truth, regardless if it's your truth or not. Therein lies kind of the falsehood of that statement, and it delves more into delusion. So when I talk about existing in nonfiction, what is nonfiction? Nonfiction is prose or spoken language in ordinary form or writing that includes real people, real events, and facts. And that can be in like a biography or in history. So therefore we do actually have some things that will show us this is actually a more accurate version of what happened rather than just one person's truth in the matter. Now, I will say a lot of history can often be debunked because we see somebody wrote their truth in the history books, and that's not always true. But as time has moved on and we've seen more accurate ability to record things, I would dare say that those facts, real events, and real people are now able to actually come to a real conclusion to say this is what happened, or it's way closer than just one person's version of the truth. Because often when you're talking about your truth, it's a confirmed bias, and a confirmed bias will lean against something in order to gain favor for what it is that you are saying has happened. So where is that dangerous? That's dangerous in relationships. Somebody can say my truth is I was abused. In reality, that wasn't the case, or in a lot of cases, and that's just a real quick one. But you know what I'm saying, that we can often turn things and try to gain favor from other people or just in our own minds to justify where we may have had shortcomings, and therefore we have a lack of accountability. So we really want to try to exist in fiction. Again, living in one's truth is again, it's one person's opinion, experience, or interpretation. So we can't just go with that. And what do we always say when we have something going on between parties? There's one side's truth, the other side's truth, and then somewhere in the middle lies the actual truth. So when we have a confirmed bias, we're leaning one way, leaning towards our way. It's probably a little closer to here. We tend to over embellish in order to, again, feel like we are justified or looking to be vindicated for what may or may not have happened and take less responsibility. It's a tough one because, again, we do want to be able to have our opinions. We do want to be able to have our say, but we also want to make sure, again, that we are not delusional in saying that our opinion somehow makes a truth. That's not how that works. When we are talking about opinions and feelings, we really want to make sure that, again, we keep that in a certain lane, because more logical thinking rather than emotional with a truth. More logical thinking is going to deal in facts, data, and statistics, and that is going to be closer to the nonfiction that we're talking about when we're talking about dealing with facts, real people, and real events as far as history goes, or a biography. So what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on the notion of living in one's truth versus living in nonfiction and saying we need to really be able to nail some things down? Again, I'm not against people having their opinion, having their say, but I do think that it's a dangerous sentiment that we give when we just say, if I say it's a truth, then it's a truth and it should be for everybody. My truth is not the truth. So if you decide that whatever it is that you want to just talk down or talk up because of your position in life, to say this is my truth, doesn't necessarily make it a truth. So if I just decide that I want to, create something in my mind, it's not truth, and it's not a healthy place to be in either. So a lot of times we do have to be able to be reflective from within rather than projecting outwardly and looking for either excuses or scapegoats for what we have done or what has happened to us, and we are now at a different at a crossroads. Where do I go with this? Well, we can't just turn it into a my truth if it's not the truth. We have to be honest with ourselves, because it's the only way that we're honestly going to get past things and be able to heal and grow. So again, what are your thoughts? Would love to have your ace up the sleeve advice, comment, experience, and hopefully this finds everybody in a good place, and this is an interesting topic that you can chime in on. So look forward to hearing from you, and hopefully this finds everybody in a place, pursuit, or beginnings of total health, mind, body, and soul. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, love, unity, solidarity.